Google just announced a brand new AI tool that is so powerful, it just might destroy Hollywood and help you build an incredibly profitable business all at the same exact time. Now, the tool I'm talking about is Google's Veo 3, and it is the latest AI video generator on the block. But it is not just any AI video generator. It is leagues, light years ahead, and it is the first one, in my opinion, that can truly fool people. As you watch videos made by it, you may not be able to tell it is from AI. And a lot of people, they are terrified by this release. But one thing is clear. Those that learn how to use Google's new Veo 3 and similar tools like this are going to be the ones who make the most money over the next few years. And those that don't catch on, that don't start understanding how to use these tools, they're going to be left behind struggling. Now, in this video, not only will I show you how I'm using Veo 3 to generate profit, I will reveal 3 proven strategies that you can use yourself to make some serious cash. These are proven strategies people are already using right now to make money with AI videos. And Veo 3 puts these on steroids and then supercharges them on top. And when you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to show you my #1 favorite strategy that by far is going to help you bring in the big bucks because it's already working for me. And now with Google's Veo 3, it's easier than ever before. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Now, as you'll see, listed up there on the screen, I have a slide deck, a playbook that goes along with this that has a bunch of examples, some other useful information, links, resources, and how-to information. If you would like to download a copy of this deck and get access to it, it's totally free. Just our way of saying thanks when you subscribe to our completely free Ingeniosity newsletter. And in Ingeniosity, every Friday, the channel's very own producer, Nick, sends out some awesome training on how to either build a brand new business using AI and other tools, or how to grow your business to get more traffic, more leads, and more customers. And if you'd like that free training and a chance to download the deck that you see on the screen now, head on over and subscribe. I will drop the link down below, but if you head to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, that's how you get it. Just head on over there, grab your copy of the deck. What we'll do is when this is released, this deck will go into our library. We have a library of playbooks just like this. There's over 24 of them that go into all kinds of different strategies and tactics. They give examples, case studies, how-tos, AI prompts, and all the stuff you need to implement them. And there's over 24 of those decks, and they're all free, including this one, when you subscribe to Ingeniosity. Now, let's move on to the training. So Veo 3, how does it work? So Veo 3 has a ton of different tools built into it. And it was released during Google's I/O event. And there are a whole bunch of things that they announced, including improvements to Gemini, which is their flagship AI text model, and a bunch of other really amazing features and tools. But to me, the one that really stood out as the most important one was Veo 3. So they just announced this. They just opened it up. In fact, it has been under such heavy load that occasionally the tool will show that, like, I was trying to access it yesterday and I couldn't even get in because it was overloaded. That's how in demand it is. And so you can get access to the tool. With Google, they have a pro plan that is very inexpensive, and that will give you access to this tool. And we'll talk a little bit later, if you're going to be a serious user of Veo 3, what you need to do to get access to make lots of videos using Veo 3. And the one thing that really makes it stand out is that it is not just a video generator. There's a ton of those on the market now. They all just make videos. These actually speak. The characters talk. The characters, you can give them accents. You can direct them to sound certain ways. And you can tell the models in your videos exactly what you want them to say. And it's almost indistinguishable from a professionally shot video. So you could invent any character you want and make them speak any lines that you want, and it looks like a Hollywood level production. Now, not only that, it will also add music, sound effects, and it makes a complete scene, not just video. It is really quite something to see. Now, this model can actually fool people. Let's show you a couple examples real fast here. So I'll pop open a couple examples.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes.
Wait, are both of us AI tonight?
Yes. The band is fake too.
Is this briefing fully AI produced?
Yes, including your question.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes, so is the pasta.
For the record, we are both AI generated now, correct?
Yes, counselor.
So this is all AI generated now?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Frightening and amazing all at the same time. And there's a ton of these examples. I'll link to them all in the deck here. Here, let's look at this one. This one's from Matt Vid Pro.
Bigfoot here. Check my breakfast.
So it's really amazing to see, like sometimes it'll pick up on what should be going on in the background and put background sounds, animal sounds, wind, all the sound effects needed. And there's just example after example of how impressive this is. So we'll take one more look here.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him.
Okay, we won't go through the whole short film, but you kind of get the point there. So I'm curious, what do you think about this? Drop it in the comments below. Is that frightening? Are you a little concerned about this? Some people, especially those in video production, Hollywood, creativity type, they're frightened at this point. What about you? Do you think, is this a little bit concerning? You know, here's a whole other class of jobs that AI is going to replace? Or are you excited about the future prospects? Because to me, it is true that this technology is going to replace some industry jobs, but at the same time, this is like a great equalizer. It allows ordinary, everyday people to come up with really creative ideas and put them into the world where we couldn't before. That plastic baby video, I mean, that would have cost a fortune to create with CGI just a few months ago. You'd have to hire an entire CGI department, pay for a Hollywood production, and spend probably hundreds of thousands of dollars to make that. And now, with a couple of hours and some time with VO3, you can produce it yourself without any of that stuff. So yes, it will disrupt things. It will make things a little bit crazy, sets our creativity free for what we could never think of before. So whether it's you want to create a cool short story or some sort of short fiction and do like they did with the plastic baby, or whether you want to make ads or other kinds of useful content, it really unleashes all of our abilities to get creative and put this into the world. But I want to know your opinion. Drop it into the comment below. Maybe, I know there's a group of people that are just really upset about AI and they really don't like this. And I think this is going to really set them off. So if that's you, let me know in the comments. Does this make you mad? You know, you're a little bit scared of it, or are you a bit more hopeful? I'm a bit more optimistic and hopeful into the future that I think this ultimately, after some disruption, I think at the end of the day, it's going to result in a positive for all of us and not a negative. So if you want to watch these examples, they'll all be linked into the deck. I do want to talk about the different versions that you see here. Google does have different versions of how you get access to this, okay? So there is the free account, and then you have your Google AI Pro. And let's see, does the free account get access to Flow? It does not. Okay, so the thing that we want to look for is Flow. You see that there. That's what gives you the access to VO3, the video editing toolkit called Flow. And so that becomes available at the Pro level, and you can get your first month for free. So if you want to try it out, check it out. It's totally free for the first month. After that, it's $19.99 a month. And then that's going to give you access to Flow. And with that level access, you can create about 10 videos, 10 videos for free in that first month. And then after that, it's $19.99 each. So what is that? That's about little under $2 a video to generate with Google AI Pro. I say compared to spending thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire a Hollywood studio, $2 is not too bad. And then if you're someone who's going to be a power user like me, you're going to want to go for the Ultra version. And that's $124 roughly a month. Let's do some quick math too. So right now, so if you can make 83 videos, so $125 divided by 83 videos, it's about $1.51 if we round it up there. So $1.51 each for each generation. You know, while this is a little pricey on a monthly fee, it's, in my opinion, absolutely worth it if you're going to be using this at any volume. And I would speculate, Google has not published this, but I would speculate that as they beef up their processing and as they refine the tool, I bet the videos will continue to get cheaper. So I don't think the pricing in terms of per video will stay this way. I think that it's going to just get cheaper from here. So to access it, you can head on over in Gemini. You can get it there, gemini.google.com. Or if you want to go directly to Flow, which is the AI editing tool where you can request these, but it's labs.google/flow/about, and that will take you in there. And I'll show you the editing experience right here. So this is what it looks like once you get inside Flow. You have a chat box where you can chat here. Now, you can do where you can upload an image and give it as a reference point, an existing image. That's called, image to video. And then separately, you have text to video, where you just type in and describe what you want. I have found with Veo 3, text to video is definitely the way to go. And I think even when you do image to video, I think you might not even get background sounds or voice. You get really high quality video, but if you want the background sounds and the voice, do text to video at least at this stage. I mean, this is a brand new release, by the way. It's just days old at the time of recording this. So this will probably all improve and evolve and come with a lot more features. So click the little icon here that it's pointing to, and then make sure you set it on Veo 3. And then I recommend use text to video as your option. So, and here we go. These are the 3 options that you can pick when you want to select it from text to video, frames to video, or ingredients to video. So ingredients allows you to upload multiple things. Like you can upload a scene as well as an actor or actress or different things you want to appear. And then it will combine them all together into one single video, which is pretty darn cool. I think when you do that though, at least as of right now, you do miss out on the voice and audio sound effects when you do that. And then frames to video, that's like I was saying before, where you could upload a scene and then Google will take that as inspiration as your starting frame and then create a video around that picture. So, but as of now, I recommend text to video. Producer Nick, can you come on for a minute? And I'm curious if you've played around with frames to video or ingredients to video, because I personally have been preferring text to video.
Yeah, I did a little bit with frames to video, and text to video was way better. I haven't played with ingredients to video yet. I've seen other people play with it, and I would agree it's not as good as text to video.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the others are still superior to, I would think, any other video tool out there. So I think with ingredients to video and frames to video, you're going to get great looking video, but you're just missing that extra component, which really is what makes Veo 3 a league ahead of all the competitors. Okay, cool. Thanks, Nick. Now, Veo 3 is fun and impressive and exciting and everything, but let's really talk about why you're watching this video. And that's because you want to learn how to actually generate income with it. You want to generate revenue for your business, money that you can put in your pocket and spend, right? Fun and excitement is all great, but let's talk about the money-making aspect of this. So at this point, we're going to dive into my 3 favorite ways to use AI video and how Veo 3 can really supercharge this and help you make a lot of revenue. Counting down from number 3 is a faceless social media presence. So Veo 3 lets you take anything in your imagination and make it into a story in just a matter of minutes. And so for a few dollars, you can assemble a really powerful story that people will watch, whether it is nonfiction or fiction, storytelling, fun, whatever it might be. There are countless examples of what they call faceless social media channels that are making a ton of money, whether it's here on YouTube or on other channels as well. There is a great way to use Veo 3 to turn into a highly subscribed, highly viewed channel that makes a lot of money without you ever needing to show your face. Or now you don't even need to use your own voice with the way Veo 3 will voice your characters for you. Now, there are 4 ways to make money with this effort. So 4 ways to make money with this. First up, you can apply for creator monetization on whatever platform you're posting on. Most platforms have what's called creator monetization. Here on YouTube, for example, you can apply to their partner program and earn revenue in a variety of different ways. They have similar programs on Facebook, similar programs on TikTok, and you can make pretty good money with that. Now, 2, you can use your social media presence, your faceless channel, to drive traffic to an affiliate program. So in your niche market, you can find an affiliate program which will pay you commission. So you promote other people's products or services and you get paid commission, and you can do that through a faceless channel. Number 3, use your page to drive traffic to your own stuff. So if you have an offer, you have a product, a service, anything for sale, you can use a faceless social brand to generate traffic and send it to your products or services, much like I do. Now, I put my face on my channel and on the outreach that we do and across social media, but you don't have to. So you can use a channel like I do to make sales of your own products and services without you having to be the face or the voice of that channel. Number 4 is sponsorships. So you can accept advertisements where you can have sponsors and brands that will pay you money to promote their products and services. You would be shocked how much those people are willing to spend to sponsor social media channels. Even if it's faceless and your face or voice never appears on the channel, you can still get brand deals and sponsorships for faceless social media channels. In fact, this is a huge growing trend. And leaders in the marketing space like Gary Vaynerchuk talk about how he believes entire brands will evolve out of these faceless channels where you're going to have completely AI influencers, completely AI personas that become famous even, and entire brands build up around them. This is going to be quite a phenomenon, and I agree with him. That is coming. And in fact, it has already begun. So let's move on to idea number 2, and that is AI influencers. So you can actually make your very own AI influencers. Let's take a look here. Here is Gary Vee talking about what I just mentioned just a minute ago.
Very obsessed with AI influencers. I think influencer marketing is a monster, and I think just as it's getting into its heyday, I see the next thing that's going to disrupt it, which is I'm predicting that the combination of what Disney does, right? Intellectual property, Snow White, The Lion King, Cinderella, and what influencers do, Alex Earl, Mr. Beast, is gonna come into one. Fake people, AI people, are gonna be some of the biggest influencers in the world in 10 years, and companies and humans are gonna own those people, and it's gonna be huge. There'll be more AI influencers than there are humans, meaning attempted AI influencers. In 10, 15 years, there'll probably be way more than 8 billion AI humans all trying to become influencers to monetize the way influencers do, and that's gonna be fascinating to watch.
All right, so that's Gary Vee's prediction, and I agree with him on that note. I think that is absolutely coming. And so you can make your own AI influencer. Now, an example of that, something that we're going to be experimenting here in our very own company, is creating an AI persona that becomes a fellow member of the cast, so to speak. So, much like producer Nick and I interact on our live show, you might start to see other personas popping up and becoming part of what we do here on my social media and on my channels. And so we'll be experimenting with that. And so you can watch the channel here and follow me to see how that progresses. But I'm a big believer that this is going to be a huge thing. And boy, is it cool to think that I can actually lean on AI a little bit to create valuable content that I don't personally have to record. I'm going to continue to be a part of my brand. I will personally never disappear from my own, my own brand and my own companies, but I can begin to lean on these AI personas to create our own internal influencers that educate and entertain and enlighten our audience to make them aware of our products and services. Now, this is already a thing. You may not realize this, but it is already a thing. The weird thing is that already giant Fortune 500 companies are already doing brand partnerships and things like this. And it's been a thing for a long time, before AI. Heck, before even the early days of the internet. We have the Geico Gecko. And think of other characters that you have seen and you have encountered on television that are not real humans. Gary gave examples of some of the Disney intellectual property, some of the Disney characters, and think of all kinds of fictional characters, whether it's in science fiction and sci-fi, cartoons or otherwise. But here's an influencer who is a bee. So they have a bee that lives on Instagram. It has become an influencer. Here are 10 virtual influencers. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, so here's one here, little Michaela, I think Mikola, I'm not sure how you say its name, with 3 million followers on Instagram. Here is Immigram, 365,000 followers on there. Here's Nunuri with almost 400,000 followers on Instagram. Shudugram, 227, and so forth. Here's another one here, FN Mecca, Knox Frost. So look at that person, looks like just a regular old person. 664,000 followers. Nobody Sausage, kind of funny, 3.6 million followers on Instagram. And you can see, there's another one that looks kind of human, Ruby 9100. There's Googimon there, who's like a rabbit character, 1.5 million followers. So as you can see, this is already a thing. Now, I'm curious for you, what kind of AI influencer would you be willing to use or make for yourself? Got any ideas for an interesting character or have any opinions about what kind of characters might work? Let me know in the comments below if you could think of and use your imagination to come up with any AI influencers that might be fun to watch. Now, counting down to idea number 1. This is absolutely my favorite thing here. And this is something that I am already using, have been using AI in our advertising with our paid spent advertising. And many times the AI stuff is out converting my very own videos. So right this moment, as I am talking to you here on camera, I have ads running, as an example, on Facebook. And we have ads that have me on video. And then we have AI generated characters who are not me. We have an AI version of me. We have an AI cartoon version of me. And then we have other characters as well promoting our products and services. You know what? They often beat me. So the cartoon version of me beat the real version of me. And then our other characters that we have now started to roll into our ads are winning. In fact, right now, I think our #1 winning ad is a male character who is not me talking about, our webinar and our products. And that right now is our #1 ad. So it's quite something to see when you can make AI ads and they out-convert traditional advertisements. So let's talk about how you do that. Now, VO3, by the way, I am like jumping up and down to be able to start using these VO3 videos in my ads. That is going to begin this coming week. So we haven't even tapped into VO3 yet, and it's already working really well. So with VO3 added to the mix, I can only imagine how well my ads are going to perform. So you're going to use AI to make your ads. Now, there are lots of tools that you can use to do this. There are other tools. One's called Sora. Then there's Runway ML. And these are great tools, by the way. And you can combine VO3 with Runway ML, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. So Runway ML plus VO3 are a fantastic combination. And then here are some ads. Producer Nick on the channel here, I think he sat down and spent less than an hour to make these 2 ads. So here is the first ad that producer Nick created. Check this out.
Push button AI sets your revenue ablaze. Plunder the market in a single click.
Push button AI turns scribbles into treasure.
Push the button. Watch profits assemble.
Tap now. Push button AI will build your business tonight.
So that's the first one. And here is the other one he built. And remember, he learned the platform, sat down and made both of these in under an hour. Here's the next one.
Push button AI built my store while I slept.
Yesterday, this was an idea. Today, it's an online shop.
Finally, a side hustle that doesn't steal my fishing time.
One tap, and my course sells worldwide.
Tap now. Push button AI will build your business tonight.
So now imagine with a little bit of more practice and learning and skill of using that tool, imagine what can be created. And so this is quite something. You can make ads just like those with no experience at all. I'll bet, in fact, I challenge you to go use VO3 and try to make an ad like that. I bet you can do it. Come back and let me know what you make. I'd love to see what you build with VO3. It is amazing. Now, the next logical thing is to go make these VO3 videos and combine them using Runway ML. So you can make your clips in VO3 and then use this other tool called Runway ML. And I've got a video for you that shows you how to do it. So you'll see somewhere around over here or over here, somewhere on the screen near me, you'll see that video. Click it and go watch how to use Runway ML to make ads like the ones you saw producer Nick make just a moment ago. That training will show you exactly how to make videos like that. So go use VO3 to generate your scenes and you put them all together and export them with music, sound effects, captions, and everything else you need for a complete and full video ad. And again, that link should be showing up on the screen somewhere here. I'll also link to it down in the description and the comments. You're gonna wanna go check that out because that's how you take what you make with VO3 and turn them into awesome ads. So go watch that training. I'll see you over there. Bye for now.